Next week, Gerard Piqué's Kings League will be heading to Mexico for the World Cup. I've got Anton Ferdinand with me, who's a major part of it. Anton, how excited are you to get going in Mexico?
Yeah, I can't wait. Obviously it's a new formed league that Gerard's put together, an exciting one, and one that will keep people excited off their seats.
We've seen the training day today. A couple of boys being put through their paces by Dean Saunders. First game against Sergio Aguero's team. How do you think Rio's 5 FC is going to get on against Sergio Aguero's guys? Because we've seen on YouTube videos and whatnot, those guys are quite feisty.
Yeah, they are, and they're very, very good. Let's just hope it ain't another Aguero moment. So I played in that game as well against him. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. If we can go there and actually really be competitive in that first game, as they will probably be the favourites, then we'll let people know that we're here. We're not here to just make up the numbers. We're here to actually take part and try and get as far as possible.
I'm going to be in Mexico next week as well. A couple of us from talkSPORT will be with Dino as well, doing a few interviews. Do you want to join us in some Mexican culture? Should we go and see some Mexican wrestling, have a few tacos next week?
I don't mind that. I'm all for the culture. I don't mind. When I go places, I don't mind actually getting involved in the culture and learning the culture. So yeah, and one of my favourite players, Alvarez, who plays for West Ham, Mexican. So there's no reason why I can't go to that, and I've got something to talk about with him in pre-season. So yeah, it'd be great.
Could you channel a bit of Rey Mysterio as well? Could you put on one of the Mexican masks and get in the ring next week as well? If we sign you up to it, do you reckon you'd do it?
That ain't my bag, I'll be honest. But going and learning about it and watching it live is something I've never done before. So to be able to do that, I'll be up for that for sure.
Premier League concludes this weekend. David Moyes' final game as West Ham manager. Are you feeling like he could cause a bit of an upset? Do you feel like the fairy tale could continue at the Etihad this weekend and he could pick up some points against Man City on his final game as West Ham manager?
I think you can never say never. I think my own experience of playing at the Etihad, last game of the season when they're going for the title, you can never say never, and we got players who can hurt them. Obviously, they're a fantastic team, and we've seen what they've done. And I think Arsenal, in terms of on the eye, have been the best team. But in terms of like the way that the team plays, in terms of they dig out results and stuff, I think Man City have been a joke. And Pep says it all the time. This is his end of the season. The business end is his end, and he loves it. But anything can happen. We got players in Jared Bowen, Mikel Antonio Paqueta, who can hurt Manchester City. Kudos as well. So you never know what can happen. But for me personally, they're going to have a carnival type of situation, because when we played there, that's what it was. And that's what got me up for the game even more on that day. It was almost like they were dismissing that we were there and they'd won it already. And that might light a few fires in a few of the West Ham players' belly. And if it does, anything can happen.
If you had to make a prediction, I know Rio said earlier that he can't see Manchester City slowing down. Do you think that the title could be in Arsenal's hands come 6 o'clock on Sunday and then winning their first Premier League title in over 20 years?
I can't see it happening, but with this West Ham team and the way David Moyes likes to set up his team, anything can happen. But Pep, he's just unmatched in these situations, and Arteta's new to them, and Arteta's team's new to them. So I can't see Man City losing a title, but what a fantastic way to end the season for Arsenal if it did happen.
Last one from me. You mentioned some of the players in one of the previous questions. I want to talk to you about Bowen, Paqueta, and also Kudos as well. With David Moyes leaving, is there a fear within the West Ham fan base that those 3 players could be out in the summer transfer window?
Whether he was here or not, there was always going to be speculation over them 3 players because they are top players. But I'm confident in the effect that our club has had on them, the fan base had on them and them players, that come August we'll still have the players in our squad.